Well, my name is Ralph Newman. I work at a film development studio in Costco. Um, I live in a trailer park, and I'm a pretty, I would say, advent believer in the reptilian conspiracy. Um, some of the most basic aspect of it is that there's reptilians from the lower fourth dimension of reality, which are influencing politicians, bankers, filmmakers, everyone of any kind of power. They're influencing them with psychic abilities in order to accomplish their desires. I'd always kind of thought of some, shady stuff going on in big business and politics, but I never really understood or really had any idea about like what was going on. And then I eventually came across David Icke and his research and his views on the reptilian conspiracy. And I just went further and further into it, and I read more and more books. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much how long I've been involved in it. I would say oftentimes the reptilians in our life, they're the ones who are in these supreme positions of power. But I have recently come to the conclusion that my neighbor happens to be one of these reptilians. And I at first kind of thought I was a little odd, but, because usually they're like politicians, musicians, people of great fame and importance, usually not someone living in a trailer park. But I've seen some shady things going on next door. I have reason to believe that he is one of them. He's always building stuff. He's got these like lumber and electronic components and cables and wires and nuts and bolts, and he's always assembling and tinkering. And he drinks this weird red liquid that could be Gatorade, but could be something a lot more nefarious. One of the main aspects of reptilians is that they feed off of human blood. They do these ritual sacrifices. Some people would call it Satanism, but actually it's them taking people to these ley lines of power and sacrificing them towards these other dimensional aliens and drinking their blood and giving them power through their psychic connection. And I have reason to believe that that is what my neighbor is doing. I try to avoid as much direct confrontation with him as I can, because I don't want to anger the powers that be, I suppose. I've done some spying, I guess you could call it. I see it as trying to protect my neighborhood, see what he's going on, what's going on, what he's up to. But most of the time I don't really directly interact with him. I have spoken with some of my neighbors, and not everyone's receptive, and I'm used to that. At first it's a pretty outlandish theory, reptiles, you're like, ooh, crazy kook. But, there's a few people that are pretty receptive.
When I got here, he started ranting and raving about these lizard people. These lizard people that came here from outer space. And they've been here for thousands of years. He tells me that they control the government. At first, it sounded a little ridiculous. But the more I thought about it, and the more I think about it throughout my journeys in life, it's starting to make a lot of sense.
He's always off about this reptile thing, and so I obviously wanted to see these reptiles. I just thought he had a bunch of them in his trailer. But when I got to his trailer that one time, he just kind of went off on this whole thing about the government and aliens and reptile people, and I don't know, I'm into some far out stuff, but That shit's kind of crazy to me.
One of these things that I see, it looks like a death ray, man. People tell me I'm crazy when I tell them this, but it's fucking death ray. You don't need to be collecting lenses like that, breaking apart electronics to try to build something. No. I see him burning ants and small animals. There's something wrong with people like that.
Here we are. We're in front of Wesley's bus. This is videographic evidence. You see those lights? You hear those sounds? It's his death ray.
Ralph! Well, Ralph hasn't gotten back to us in the past 2 weeks, and he still isn't home. So, I guess let's go see if we can talk to his neighbors and see what they think about his disappearance.
Ralph works super hard at Costco. He's always on edge. I think he maybe just, took a road trip somewhere. Well, his car's still here. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe he took the train. I don't know. Is he missing? Would you deem that missing if he's on vacation?
Fuck yeah, Ralph's been missing. Dude, me and him go bar hopping. We have bros night every Friday. Never missed a day. One time he was sick. He came in, he projectile vomited over everybody, but he fucking just came in, dude, because it's bros night.
Oh, maybe he went to a convention. He's always talking about that. Maybe there's some, out in fucking Nevada about reptile people. There's a lot of weird desert folk out there. Maybe he's doing something like that.
I think Wesley had something to do with it, man. Ralph's been trying to talk to everybody and let them know about the lizard people. And he's heard him tell other people. Remember when I told you a couple weeks ago he tried to point that death ray at me? It was after I was talking to Ralph. He heard Ralph tell me about the lizard people. He saw me believe him. And I think that's why he's missing now. Now that he's gone, I know everything he knows. I think I'm next. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I'm kind of busy right now. Why don't you come back tomorrow? We can talk then. Meet me in the common room. It's nice and sterile in there. Okay?
Okay.
Hi.
Hi there, Wesley. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Wesley. I am an artiste. Yeah, I mostly do self-reflection work.
What are you drinking there?
This, blood.
Blood.
Yeah. Oh, not human blood, of course.
Where did you get that?
Health food store down the street. Yeah, they say it's high in iron.
Okay. Anyway, so can you tell us what you know about your neighbor Ralph, please?
Ralph, I know he's really annoying.
Because he follows you around?
What? He's been following me around? Nah, it's mostly his hair. It's just so human.
You like saying human a lot.
Oh, yeah, clearly, because I'm human, right? Yeah.
Right. Did you know that Ralph went missing recently?
Oh, he went missing? Good riddance. Get that smelly hair out of here.
You're not at all curious what happened to him?
Well, maybe we got a haircut, but honestly, I could care less about that guy.
Did he ever talk to you about his research on the reptilians?
No. What reptilians?
Ralph believed that an ancient race of reptilian aliens is secretly controlling society.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Ralph claimed the reptilians were shapeshifters and nearly anyone could secretly be a reptilian.
You know, that's exactly what one of the reptilians would say. Who's to say you're not a reptilian?
I can assure you, I don't even fully understand what it would mean to be reptilian.
Okay, yeah, okay, good. Yeah, we wouldn't want to buy into any of that crazy conspiracy theory wish-wash, would we?
Right, so there's been a lot of speculation about some of your more unusual activity lately, such as the claim that you're building a death ray. Do you have anything to comment on these claims?
Yeah, see, I'm building a death ray.
You are.
Yeah. It's easy. You just need a Fresnel lens out of an old television.
Really? What are you gonna use this death ray for?
Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Melting pennies, burning wood. Nothing like taking over all of society. I mean, that would be crazy. I'm only human.
That's no human!
Hey! Thought you said he was missing. Get you and your smelly hair out of here.
Don't listen to anything he says! He's manipulating you!
Ah!
You know, why are things so messed up? There's gotta be somebody pulling the strings. Who's into something?